Hey guys, it's Mark High here and welcome back to my channel. Before we get into the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when I upload next, which is every Monday and Friday. So today I'm going to be trying to follow a workout video, and I'm going to try and follow Fitness Blender's 15-minute abs workout. It's an at-home core training session without equipment, which is great because I don't have any workout equipment, but there are some dumbbells around the house. And I don't usually do these types of workouts. I usually just go running, but I thought it'd be fun to try and follow one for a video and share with you guys how badly I do it, because I'm really bad at doing these types of workouts. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video.
Hello everyone, this is Daniel with FitnessBlender.com. Today we have a 16-minute core workout. You're not going to need any equipment for this whatsoever. So, with that said, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be doing each one of these exercises for 45 seconds straight through, 15-second break, and then we'll go into the next exercise. We're not repeating it, it's just one set per exercise. So with that said, let me go ahead and get my timer going here. We are going to be starting off with crunches, traditional crunch. You can lay down flat on your back, hands back behind your head, and slowly crunch it up, tight squeeze the top, then slowly back down, keep those shoulders hovering ever so slightly, right back up again. Just get as much range of motion out as you can. Remember, you are crunching your shoulders kind of down towards your thighs and hips, not up towards your knees. So you're not trying to go up, you're trying to go down into those hips. So keep those elbows out of your field of vision for a little harder version. Just crunch up nice and tight, slowly back down. If you want a little bit more leverage, arms can go fully extended. You can even hold a dumbbell if you want to make it a little bit harder. If you need a little easier, arms come across, chest. Just keep going through. Nice tight squeeze. And flip it over onto your stomach. We're doing swimmers next. So out on your stomach, arms extended straight out. There are different versions of these you can do as well. And start up, we can do left hand, right foot, so squeeze up nice and high and down. This is the easiest version. Just letting that completely relax every single repetition. If you want to make it a little bit harder, then keep it hovering off the ground, but roughly the same pace. Left hand, right foot, right hand, left foot. If you want to make it a little harder for yourself, on top of that, just speed it up a little bit more to the point where you are comfortable, but you can still control the motion. Don't hold your breath, keep your lungs open. Just breathing normally. If you want to get a specific timing on it, it's going to be inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale with your hands. So it's inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Let that one relax. We're moving to a side crunch next. So back, kind of in a typical crunch position. You're going to lay your legs off to the side, hand behind your head, your other arm up off the ground. Don't use your elbow to push up. You're going to crunch that shoulder down into that hip. So let it relax, but not completely. Keep a little bit of tension on that oblique, then crunch it down. So you're trying to get a straight lateral motion through your shoulders. Try not to lean forward and up. It's straight across. Keep those lungs open. If you want timing on that, it's going to be exhale as you go up, inhale as you drop. Again, this is about the easiest version you can go. You can cross that arm down a little bit for a little less difficulty. Extend it out for harder. Okay, same thing on the other side, so we can switch sides. Same exact position. Right hand this time is behind your head. Left arm is kind of tucked across your body. Remember, keep those shoulders perpendicular to the ground. Crunch it up towards that hip, hand back down. Keep a little bit of tension in the oblique. No pressing that elbow of that left arm into the mat. You should be feeling it just on that top side, basically from the base of your rib cage down to the crest of that hip. If you have your hand up there, you should be able to feel those muscles contracting, that gap shortening as you come up. Again, a little easier is hand across your chest. Next hardest is hand behind your head. Next hardest from there is a full extension on that arm. And then using weight from that point on to make it harder. And relax. We're going to switch back onto your back. You're going to do a full jackknife crunch. Easier version, keep those knees bent. Harder version, full extension on that body. So arms and legs out in opposite directions. Crunch up. Those arms and legs come right above those joints. And crunch up towards those toes. Back down, keep a little bit of a hover for the harder version. Then right back up. Again, if a full extension is too hard for you, don't worry about it. Just bend those knees a little bit. Should make it a little bit easier. We'll bring those hands in behind your head. Full extension if you can. Get extra points if you can do this with a dumbbell in your hand and or a dumbbell in your feet. Just don't drop it on yourself. And let that relax. We're going to switch back over onto your stomach. So hands down in front of your face, legs fully straight back behind you. Kind of plaster those feet down. You're going to arch that back up and back down. Keep a little bit of a hover. Don't let it completely relax. Easiest version is actually going to pull those elbows back to your sides. Next hardest is in front of your face, above your head, and then full extension. It's going to be the hardest version. Again, you can always use a dumbbell to make it harder from there if you're really trying to go for some strength training. Keep those lungs open. Exhale on your way up, inhale on your way down. And let that relax. We have Russian twist next. So switch around onto your tailbone. Feet out in front of you. A little bit more than a 90-degree angle on those knees. Extend them out as you need to for balance. So, back perfectly flat, arms up in front of that chest. Lean back as far as it's comfortable, as far as you can control. And you rotate left to right through those shoulders. Don't swing your arms. Your arms are staying right in front of your chest. You're just rotating through that torso. The further you lean back, the harder it's going to be. If you want it even harder, pick those feet up off the ground. Hover them just a little bit. Should feel this all in that core. Again, if you want to make it even more difficult, hold a dumbbell. That'll get those obliques, transverse obliques in there a little bit more. Let it relax. Lay down flat on your back. We got one more of these to go through, and then we'll get a little bit of a break. Put your left leg out, right leg up, arms up over your head. You're going to bring your left leg up, right arm up, touch that foot or as close to as you can get, back down, and same thing on the other side. If you want to make it a little bit harder, instead of letting it relax, you're going to keep it hovering. So whichever version you want, whichever version you can control, with keeping that lower back flat against the mat. If you start feeling that lower back lift up, then you're a little bit past your strength level, so you need to drop it back down. That lower back should be plastered against that mat the entire time. Remember, harder version is those feet and arms hovering. And let it relax.
Alright, so looks like we're at the midway point right now. Some of those moves I've never even done before, so yeah, I think I did them wrong, but whatever.
Toe touch crunch, so laying flat on your back, legs straight up in the air, arms up over your shoulders. Gonna crunch up towards those toes, back down, but don't let those shoulders completely touch. Just crunch it up and back down. Keep those lungs open. If you want to, it's exhale on the way up, inhale on the way down. If you want it to be a little bit harder, grab a dumbbell, press up towards those toes. Keep those lungs open. And let it relax. Flip over onto your stomach. We're doing back bow crossovers next. So flat on your stomach. Easiest version is hands tucked to sides, or hands in front of your face for a little harder version, or full extension. So we off to the side with both sides, crunch up and back down. So squeeze those arms and legs off to each side. Squeeze them over and over the top. So they should be in the center when you get to the highest part of that arc. Harder version is keeping them hovering with every single repetition. Easier version is letting them relax. Again, easier version for that upper body, or for that lower back, is just tucking those elbows to your sides, arching back and forth and letting it completely touch each time. Again, harder version goes all the way out to that full extension. Or if you're a real glutton for punishment, you can always use a dumbbell. Let that relax. We're doing side crunch with a leg lift, so we're going to start laying down on our left side. Legs out in a full extension in line with your body. Those hips should be perpendicular to the ground. Don't let them lean forward or lean back. Hand up on top of that thigh. You're going to crunch up and reach down like you're trying to touch the back of those feet, the heel of your feet. That way it'll keep those hips stacked and get a nice tight contraction through that oblique. If you're laying on your left side, that left hand is going to be out to help you keep balance. But you shouldn't really be pushing into it to help you crunch up. It should just be keeping you from tipping left or forward or back. We're going to try to reach down towards the back of those feet, trying to reach towards that heel. Keep those hips stacked. Let it relax. I'm going to switch to the other side. So flip it around. This version is feeling a little too easy for you. Here, go ahead and start up. This version is feeling a little bit too easy for you. Feel free to grab a dumbbell and use that to give it a little extra weight. So what you're going to do to make that work is you're going to move that top arm either to your chest, behind your head, or to a full extension to get that leverage in there to make it work a little bit harder. Whatever version you did last time, you're going to copy it. You don't want to have one side working more than the other. You want to try to be as balanced as possible. Always set your weight and your repetitions based off of your weak side. You don't want that strong side getting stronger faster. And let that relax. We're going to do a crisscross crunch, so laying flat on your back. One leg extended out straight, the other leg's going to be up at a 90. You're going to bring those hands back behind your head. Contract and crunch up, right elbow to left knee, and then switch sides, left elbow to right knee. Just keep alternating back and forth. Remember, this isn't a bicycle where you're going in a circular pattern with those feet. This is just out and back. To make it more difficult, don't let that knee come in past that hip joint. Try to get a good full rotation. Crunching up to the side every single time you do this. Lower back, still press down into that mat. Let that relax. We've got a back bow twist next. So we can flip it around onto your stomach. So again, hands tucked to your sides for easier version. Next hardest and hardest. You're going to crunch or do a back bow, arch that back up, and twist at the same time. So it's up and twist, like you're trying to bring that elbow Back to the other side of your body. It's going to be exhale as you come up, inhale as you drop. Because you're trying to get a rotation on this one, to make it harder, you're actually going to bring your arms out wider rather than straight up in front. So that's going to be the hardest version. Next hardest and easiest. Again, keep those lungs open, don't hold your breath. Alright, we got windshield wipers next, so lay flat on your back. Those legs are going to start straight above your hips, kind of like with a toe touch crunch, but instead of going up towards your toes, you're going to roll your feet left and right. So drop them off to the side, as low to the ground as you can, but still controlling them, and same thing off to the other side. Make sure that you can control it though. If you need to, you can bend those knees to make it a little easier for yourself. Just rotate back and forth that way. But if you can, full extension. A little too close to the wall there. I can't get a full range of motion on that side. Keep those shoulders flat against the ground. Don't let your shoulders lift up. You want to keep them flat down. And let that relax. All right, we've got full body extensions next. You're going to bring those knees up to a 90-degree angle. So kind of starting in a tabletop position. Arms up by your sides, crunched forward. You're going to extend out to a full extension, or as close to as you can control. Then tuck right back into that same position. Don't let that knee come in past your hip joint. You want it straight up above. Crunched in, extend out as far as you can, and then crunch back in. If you feel like you can only go to about here, that's fine. You want to make sure that lower back stays flat against that mat. Keep those lungs open. Exhale as you extend out. Inhale as you drop back in. And let it relax. Alright guys, that went by pretty quick.
So that is it for my attempt at trying to follow this ab workout. And as you could clearly see, I could not do some of those moves, and I should have set the mat up somewhere different, as like right near the wall and the cupboard, but we'll learn better for next time. But yeah, I clearly don't know how to do some of those moves, but that is okay. And after this workout, I feel pretty good. Not overly tired, maybe because I didn't do some of those moves properly, but I definitely did feel my core working, so that's good, I guess. But yeah, that's it for this video. Make sure to comment down below what other types of videos you want me to do on this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. So, till next time, in my next video, I shall see you then. Goodbye.